Hey, good evening, guys. I reviewed this a few weeks ago. I pointed out that this is 1/8. I don't have the key with me, so I'm just going to use this tiny screwdriver. Also, someone left me a comment that this was out of true, so it didn't spin true. The problem with that, not that it isn't true, it's that they didn't tighten this enough. I honestly believe that. If you don't get that all, if you just finger tighten it, there's a little bit of movement there. And if you tighten it all the way, that's out of there. I think that's the problem. I ran into that originally too. So when I reviewed that, I pointed out that this was 1/8 and it had a collet. The collet for the 80-piece multi-tool was too big. So I went online and I found these. This is supposed to be a kit to replace the head of that with. This is not from Harbor Freight, but it is a way to upgrade your Harbor Freight. Now, I'm not going to take this apart and take this out. This is threaded different, so I can't replace that. So those two are out. I think I paid a couple of dollars for this. It was supposed to mount this on a motor and make your own one of these without the flex shaft. I took a heck of a chance of wasting money. But when I got these, they're the same size. So that's good. So now I have 4 different collets. This is the 1/8 that came with it. Now it also has these others. I'm not as interested in those 3 as I am this one, the 3/32. All of my Dremel tool ends are 1/8 and 3/32. Well, that's perfect. And these fit just as good as those do. That is to say, they don't fit perfect, but they fit. See? They're all loose in there. Okay, I was playing around with this when I realized that you've got to tighten this more than you think you need to because the collets are just a tiny bit loose. And that's the same thing for the one that came with it and this package that I bought. So I tighten this up, I put the 1/8 in there, and I tighten it by hand, and there's a little bit of play in it. But when I tighten it like this, there's no play and it's solid. It isn't that the tool doesn't run true, it's that you have to tighten this with a tool. Getting it hand tight is never going to be enough. So I tighten it by hand, and there's always just a little bit of play. You've got to really torque that thing down to get it solid, and there it's solid. Okay, there's the ones that came with the kit. This is the one that came with this spindle. And see, they're loose in there. I wouldn't expect there to be play. I would expect that to fit perfectly. But it doesn't. So I'll put that on, tighten it up, and I get it tight, and there's some play in it. So I tighten it up, and that play is gone. The point of this video is 2 things. One, you got to tighten these a lot more than you think you have to. The second one is this one, same size. I now have 4 extra sizes of collets. Now I paid $30 for this tool. I paid a couple of dollars for these. I didn't pay very much. I was ordering some other stuff and I saw this and I thought, well, I'll try it. And they had it with and without a motor. And I thought, well, I've got a lot of motors. I'm sure I've got one that'll fit this. So I'll buy it. It's not a total loss. If this doesn't fit, I'll just make another motor. But they work fine. Getting that collet extra tight is the key. This is a great example of Harbor Freight tools. Nowhere in the manual does it say, tighten this all the way, it can be loose. You got to figure that out for yourself. Nowhere in there does it say you can get other collets. You got to figure that out by yourself. And that's why you don't pay as much for Harbor Freight tools. You got to figure it out. You got to make it work. So with this makes this tool a lot more versatile. So if you like the videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.